What's up, FOA Squad? I'm Anthony and welcome to our channel, Like with Anthony. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Happy Sunday to you guys. I am super excited for today's video because I made this meal last week and I was surprised at how much flavor I got from this meal, and it was just delicious. So I thought I have to make this for the FOA community. Alright guys, it is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and because this meal is going to take at least 3 to 4 hours, I thought that I would get started on it so that it can be ready around dinner time. Now usually when I fix this type of meal, I eat it with some rice, but I'm going to make it really nice and thick and hearty and just kind of eat it like out of a bowl. So no rice with this meal. Alright, let's get started. I've already washed and cleaned and dried my chicken off. I'm about to go ahead and start cutting them into cubes and putting them into the slow cooker. Now I have recently picked up the habit of seasoning all of my meats whenever I use the slow cooker once I put it inside the slow cooker, instead of making a mess on the table or on the countertop. It's much easier and again a lot less of a mess. So let's get started. Again, I use chicken thighs. That is my choice of meat, of chicken. So this meal is all about preparation. Sometimes you need to cut some of the fat off of this chicken because you're cutting them in cubes and you don't really want a big chunk of fat. On a small piece of cube of chicken. Sometimes I do a little dicing and slicing and getting that fat trimmed off. And this pot, I have to get me a bigger slow cooker, rice cooker, slow cooker. They probably got a bigger one, a bigger size than what I have here, and the same brand. Now this slow cooker is a small one and it is going to be filled up to the brim once I start putting everything in there. Alright, I'm going to get my hands washed. Move you out the way. Then we're gonna give this board here a quick cleaning. because we will need this cutting board for cutting up all our vegetables. And give this knife a quick run through. Got some nice hot water coming through that hose, boy. Because the sun is heating up the hose out there with the water sitting in it. So I do get like a long stream of hot water when the sun is out. Alright, we got that there. Now, I'm going to take this out of here. And we're going to do a first round of seasoning. I'm going to season this 2 times. Once when I get all the flour to thicken it in there, because you know you got to cook that flour out, get that bitter flour taste out, and I like to put a second dose of seasoning in at that time. So let's get some seasonings. Oh, it look a little dark over here. Alright, some pepper, salt, and this meal is going to have a little bit of kick to it. So I'm going to put some of the Jamaican seasoning in there. Not a lot, but it is going to have a big, not like a it's going to like be, it's not going to be tolerable, but you're definitely going to get a little in there. So let's do some pepper. Some salt. This is the Badaya Complete Seasoning. Then I have some brand new garlic powder. Let's open up the onion powder. And a little bit of this Jamaican seasoning. Alright, got all that in there. And we're going to get it all mixed up. Okay, we got a lot to go in here, so it's gonna be a lot. Let me get my seasonings out of the way for now. Because I'm gonna need my space. Alright, now let's start working on all of the vegetables that are going in here. We got onions, we got bell peppers, we got some minced garlic, we have some carrots, we're gonna put some broccoli in there, we have a potato. I mean, this meal is going to be, excuse me, it's going to be loaded. Loaded. I had a yellow pepper. Where's my yellow pepper? Because I just bought this red one. Okay, maybe it was rotten and I threw it away. Who knows? All right, let's get to going. Telling you, this meal is going to be packed with flavor. Want to dice everything up finely so it'll all cook. You'd be surprised how long it takes something like these little red peppers to soften up during a slow cook. Alright, there goes the red pepper. Here's some minced garlic. Now, last week when I fixed this, I used some whole garlic. I crushed some whole garlic down and chopped that up. But now that I have some minced garlic, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. There goes that. Let's get an onion next. Let's get this out the way. And this is a lot of vegetables. The pot is almost full anyway. The pot is almost full to the top. All right, let's do a tomato. I said a tomato. A tomato. Let's do a tomato. How about if we do a potato, Anthony? Ooh, that onion is getting to my eyes. of that. Should have started out with a new bag. I want these potatoes to be small because they take a long time to cook, especially once again in slow cook mode. Alrighty. Nice. It is filled up. I'm telling you now, this is going to be a hearty, hearty, hearty meal. And let's get some carrots in there. Get these chopped down a little bit. These are definitely going to need some cook time because they're frozen a little bit. And there you go. The last thing I have to put in there are the spinach, but I'm not going to put them in there now. Alrighty. Okay, I got potatoes on the floor. Now let's try and mix this up. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Kinda knew that was going to happen. It'll all get soft. And loosen up a little bit. The chicken will start to shrink. Alright guys, Look at all that goodness. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna put that in there, and we're going to go ahead and turn it on. We're gonna put it on slow cook. We're gonna do 3 hours. Now, I'm not going to open this until the first hour has gone by. When the first hour has gone by, that's when I'm going to open it up, separate the chicken, because the chicken is gonna be stuck together a little bit. Give it a good stir, separate the chicken, and then that's when I'm going to put my liquid in there, because I should have a pretty good idea of how much liquid I'm going to need in there. So, there's nothing left to do but for me to clean up and let this do its thing, and I will see you guys in 1 hour, my time. Your time will be like that. All right, guys, 1 hour has gone by, and this is now on 2 hours. So it's time for me to go ahead and mix it all together, separate the chicken, and then add a little bit of the sesame in there, as well as the liquid. Now, the liquid that I'm gonna put in here is not gonna be water. I'm not gonna use this one because this one been in there for so long, and I don't even know if it's any good or not, because my refrigerator don't always hold things. But I bought a new one. This is the spicy chicken broth, and this is going to be the liquid that I put in there, and this is going to add that little bit of kick. All right, so this did all it did without any liquid. So I want to separate now. The chicken did make some liquid at the bottom, but of course it's not going to fill up the whole crock pot. I mean, well, I say crock pot, slow cooker. Now with this liquid in there, it's gonna really start. Put this one over here so I won't get them confused. With this liquid in here, things are really, really gonna start softening up, and not just the food that was on the bottom where the liquid that came from the chicken is. Now it's gonna start really, now it's gonna start really cooking throughout the whole slow cooker. Now I'm gonna take some of that sesame. See what I mean? Woo, this got a pungent smell to it, and I didn't want it to smell like that. So we're gonna put a little bit in there. And what this is gonna do is gonna lightly take that sesame seed flavor throughout the whole crock pot. Well, I keep saying crock pot, Anthony. Slow cooker. Yep, here we go. Onion. Oh boy. See, I can lightly smell that sesame that I just put in there. Now it is just enough space up in here left at the top where I can add my my flour to thicken it up. But that is that for now. At 2 hours to go. Once I thicken it up with some flour, I'll go ahead and add the rest of this in, and I'll do that in the next hour. or maybe before it reaches an hour. I might just let this sit for about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then go ahead and do that. All right, we are well on our way. All right, guys, I let about another 35, 40 minutes go by, and I decided that I'm going to transfer this into this pot right here to give it some more space, because this is it's really full, and I have to add a little bit more liquid in to add the flour in to thicken it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna transfer this into here. Hopefully I can do it without making a mess. I mean, look at that. That almost filled this spot up. Wowza. This almost filled this spot up. So that gives me a little bit more room to add some more liquid in there. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add some flour to it, so we can get this thickened up. Now I'm going to turn this down as low as possible because I still have another hour and 15 minutes, and this is going to cook it a lot quicker than that. So it's important that this is really as low as it can get before it cuts off. All right, let's get some flour in there. Excuse me. Now you want this flour to be thick. You don't want it to be runny. Because if it's running, it's not going to thicken that up as well if it's, as opposed to this being thick. So I might even add a little bit more flour to this. Just a dab more water. Now I'm gonna let that simmer. I'm gonna let that simmer for a while to see how much thickness it gets. But in the meantime, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to hit it with another seasoning. That flour is going to be a little bitter. And I won't add any extra salt. And this is going to be a nice chicken stew. I'm gonna see how thick that gets, and I'll determine whether or not I need some more. Oh, I just now saw this. It's time to put this in as well. I can already look at it and tell that I'm going to use a little bit more flour, because I want this to thicken up quickly. Just a tad bit more. Just a little bit more, because I added that in there. And it made it more liquid. Alright guys, nothing to do now but go ahead and let that simmer for the next hour and about 15 minutes, and it should be all done. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. You can smell the sesame, but like I said at the beginning of the video, it's not overpowering. It's really light. Oh my gosh, look at this. Potatoes, carrots, onions, bell pepper, garlic, chicken. This is gonna be so good. Alrighty. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Man, if you don't like that little heat, and the heat is not that bad for me, but if you don't like that little bit of heat, don't use the spicy broth, and don't use any kind of, like, I put the Jamaican spice and the seasoning in there as well. But this, I kid you not, is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. Goodness. The carrots still have a little bit of crunch to them. Oh my Lord, this is so good. It's like, it's packed full of flavor. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Let's get another piece of that chicken. Now I do wish that I would have cut the chicken up. In smaller pieces. Okay. 3 naked men just walked by. I do wish that I would have cut the chicken up in smaller pieces though. Wowza. This is so good. It is a little spicy, but that's why I took my hat off, because all of this is about to start working. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I mean, can't you tell this looks good? Because it looks good. I know this is more like I guess a winter meal, a fall meal. But I can eat this kind of food anytime during the year. Doesn't that look like a mouthful of deliciousness? Because it does to me. I bet you if you fix this, you're gonna be like, wowza, wowza, wowza. That was really good. Woo! getting full. That's what stews and hearty meals like this do for you. They fill you up. Mm. Woo. I'm full. I think I'm gonna take a little break here. But oh my goodness. Whew, my goodness. Oh man, this is some kind of good. Oh boy. I look forward to having this the next 2 days. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Whew, as always, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys, you know that. And I'll see you, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Make this. It's good. It really is.